Do you feel the vibes?
What's up, YouTube? It's Carolina Calvin coming back to you with another video, and welcome to my NFL 2018 Divisional Round picks. In the wild card round, I went 1-3 with the lone win coming from the Jaguars game. I picked the Jaguars in that one. The rest of them I lost, so didn't do particularly well in the wild card round. Divisional round. Before I get into the picks, I did a poll on Twitter, pretty much just asking people which game do they want me to do of the divisional games, and the Jacksonville Jaguars Pittsburgh Steelers game won that. So that's the game I'm gonna recap. Of course, since the Panthers aren't around, that's why I did a poll, and I think that works a lot better from than me just picking. See what everybody else wants to see me do. But if I do plan on doing another game, I'll let everyone know before then. But the Jacksonville Pittsburgh game is a game I'm definitely gonna do. But let's start with the picks. Saturday, January 13th at 4:35 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Atlanta Falcons head to Philadelphia to play the Eagles. Now, coming into this game, the Falcons are the favorite. With the Eagles, a lot of it is Nick Foles is starting quarterback. They play sloppy since Carson Wentz went down and Nick Foles got that starting job. They barely won their last couple of games. But I still think they have a lot of talent. But Atlanta's coming in. They beat a good Rams team. The defense looked great. Offense looked good. Things are starting to click for them at a good point in this, in the year. Well, let's just say the season, postseason, whatever. Because they've been very inconsistent this season. But Philly, like I said, the loss of Carson Wentz, they would have been the favorite if he was playing. But I like what they're at home. They got a lot of offensive weapons. This is a tough one. Because I don't know exactly how Nick Foles is going to play. Can they at least get him to a point where he, how he was with Chip Kelly? And obviously that was a different system, much faster pace. So maybe they try that out to see if that works. I don't know. I mean, the bye definitely helped allow them to practice for that. I'm going to go, let's say keys for victory for both teams. Philly, Nick Foles. How's he going to play? And obviously keeping a balanced offense, but the most important thing, he's going to have to win. At this point, you're going to have to win putting the ball in the air. And how well can he do that? He has the talent. So the big question mark is him. For Atlanta, really keeping the offensive consistency they've been able to keep, and pretty much the same thing you saw with the Rams. They were able to move the ball. The running game was good. Can they keep that going? Because they got the talent on offense. All season they found it has been inconsistent with them putting it all together. The running game, route combinations throughout the season. They weren't that great. That's a big reason why Matt Ryan's numbers aren't as good as they were last season. I think I'm gonna go with Philly. Surprisingly, that I believe this is the first time since they started doing 6 teams per conference that a 6 seed is the favorite over a 1 seed. But this is the first time. But I'm going to go with Philly. I think Nick Foles shows up. And yeah, I know that's a big question mark, but I think he shows up. The guy has the talent. He's played for Philly before. He can make the plays. It's just, is he comfortable around this new system? So I'm going to go with Philly to beat Atlanta. But I wouldn't be surprised if it was a high-scoring game, because both teams' offenses can put up a lot of points. But I'm going to stick with Philly in this one. Next Saturday game, the Tennessee Titans head to New England to play the Patriots. This is at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't need to say much here. I will. I think the Patriots win, first off. The way the defense has stepped up at the end of the season, second half of the season. The of course, the offense has been getting it done all season. Brady's my MVP. Dude has been a beast all season. Tennessee's coming a huge underdog, the biggest underdog amongst all these teams that are playing. And the best way they can even, to me, even win this game is keep Tom Brady off the field. Long drives, running game needs to be effective. They have the offensive line, the running back to do it. And Mariota's going to have to make plays throwing the ball. He's going to have to make plays throwing the ball. For New England, just do what you do on offense. I kind of expect them to at home. And keep Mariota contained. Keep Mariota contained. Of course, I don't need to say slow down the run game because that's probably one of the big things that's coming into it. But keeping Mariota in the pocket because he made a lot of plays against Kansas City, really getting outside the pocket, making throws, or even running himself. So keeping him contained is very important for New England to really shorten drives for the Titans because he does pick up yards with his legs and makes it can extend drives. But yeah, I got New England in there. I think New England wins by double figures at home. Now we move over to the the Sunday games. Sunday, January 14th, Jacksonville Jaguars head to Pittsburgh to play the Steelers. This is at 1:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Of course, this is a game I'm recapping. Jacksonville, they played Pittsburgh earlier this season. They beat them down pretty good. So going into this one, Jacksonville's offense is really taking a step back. It's kind of gone back to how people expected them to play early on in the season. Blake Bortles hasn't been able to move the ball. They haven't been able to score a bunch of points. The defense is still really good. Great corners, AJ Boye, Jalen Ramsey, great pass rush. But can they beat Pittsburgh a second time? Especially the way that Jacksonville offense is playing. Blake Bortles is going to have to make plays throwing the football to win this game. Can he do it? That's the big question mark. Pittsburgh getting turnovers. Blake Bortles will give up the ball. You get short fields on that defense because it's hard to move the ball on that defense. Even though you got Le'Veon Bell, even though you have Antonio Brown's coming back, still tough to move the ball in that Jacksonville defense. But if you get short fields, that can help out a lot, especially the way the Jacksonville offense has been playing. Points doesn't seem like something they can get a lot of. So that's definitely important, is getting turnovers for that defense. Also, Le'Veon Bell. If one thing you can say a chink in the armor for that Jacksonville defense, it's the running game. Well, it's defending the running game. Teams have had success against them. You got Le'Veon Bell. Use him. But I think I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I just don't trust the Jacksonville offense to put up points. Now, I think, obviously, the defense can keep it a low-scoring game. But I think Pittsburgh can make more plays than the Buffalo Bills team on offense. Just saying. So I'm going to go with Pittsburgh to win that one. And the last game of the divisional round, at 4:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the New Orleans Saints head to Minnesota to play the Vikings. This is probably one of the better matchups amongst all the games. You could probably say Atlanta, Philly, but without Carson Wentz, I would say no. But this New Orleans Minnesota game should be really good. They played week 1 of the 2017 season, and Minnesota beat them down. Now, obviously, that was a different New Orleans team. The defense wasn't playing up to par, the way they are now. Offense wasn't as good, but like I said, they're completely different. Now, New Orleans, they changed up their game plan from the way they've been playing throughout the season against the Panthers. Most of the season's been balanced offense, screen passes, a lot of running the ball. Hence why Drew Brees' numbers are low, and why his completion percentage is very high is because a lot of his short throws, screen passes, and Kamara, Ingram have turned those into big time plays. I expect to see more of that. I don't think they do exactly what they did against the Panthers. Obviously, against the Panthers, they came in with the game plan, attacked the weak corners. They did that. They won. It was really, really good game planning. But Minnesota has a better secondary. Xavier Rhodes, Harrison Smith, these guys are beasts in coverage. So I don't think they're going to do the exact same thing. I think it's going to be more of that balance. You're going to see more of those screen passes. I feel as though the running backs are going to be the most important part of this game, because I feel as though they're going to go back to the way they've been playing throughout the season with more of a balance, more runs. So the game is going to be won in the trenches. You have New Orleans, who has one of the best offensive lines in football in terms of run blocking, pass blocking, and Minnesota with a really good defensive line and some good underrated linebackers. So I feel as though the game's going to be won in the trenches. And same with Minnesota's offense. A lot of people haven't seen Minnesota play. Case Keenum has been really good this season. And I think people are underrating him. Him and the entire offense. He has a good running back, Latavius Murray. He has good receivers in Thielen and Diggs. And he's been great. You see his movement in the pocket, the throws down the field. He's played good football this year. It's just people haven't seen the Vikings play. You ask most people, they've seen 1 or 2 games. That's not enough to gauge how a player or how offense has been playing throughout the season. It's just not. But I'm going to go with Minnesota at home, because I think people really sleeping on, well, maybe not the Saints, but I think people are really sleeping on Case Keenum. And I feel as though points are going to be at a premium. It's a much better defense overall than the Carolina Panthers defense. They have a better secondary. And Xavier Rhodes, people don't know how important that guy is going to be to this game. You bring in Harrison Smith at safety, who can come down and make all kind of plays and cover most of the field with his kind of speed. I got Minnesota winning this game. I think it's going to be a close game. It's, like I said, it's one of the better matchups in the divisional round. But I got Minnesota winning. But that does it for this week. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing a recap for the Jacksonville Pittsburgh game. That's gonna be coming, on Sunday, a little bit later, maybe Monday. But I'll get it out as soon as possible. But like this video, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Thanks for watching.